because Ian just made landfall. Um, was not expecting this. Let's get that out of the way. But yeah, Ian just made 1 p.m. update. It's basically made landfall in near Cayo Costa, Florida. Let's looking at Cat 4, 155-mile-an-hour winds, and yeah, this is a situation that we're dealing with right now. So just gonna get this going because the whole Ian thing. I'll probably set up this for thumbnail for Ian, and I'm gonna be doing basically daily live until further notice. So get this for thumbnail real quick for the stream. But yeah, going forward, it is gonna weaken as it goes over land. Edgeville, with 120, Cat 3, weakening quickly down to tropical storm near Orlando. I wouldn't be surprised if it makes it to Orlando as a hurricane. And 65-mile-an-hour winds offshore. Again, I would not be surprised if this thing manages to make it through Florida as a hurricane. But as is 65-mile-an-hour winds, and then 50-mile-an-hour winds after landfall in South Carolina, looking at Hilton Head Island for landfall. Cannot rule out a hurricane landfall in South Carolina, Georgia border. But post-tropical cyclone with 35 and 25-mile-an-hour winds going into North Carolina. We already gone over satellite imagery. We got cone, and these warnings and whatnot is rightfully in place. Honestly, the little lake here that has hurricane watches, that should be upgraded to hurricane warnings. And if you're in Murdoch, if you're in Murdoch, you might want to start praying to your afterlife entities. It's this bad. Models and wind. And I did look it up with Andrew. Andrew made landfall with 165-mile-an-hour winds. So this thing shouldn't be as bad in terms of wind damage as Andrew. But don't let your guard down otherwise. Okay. Go away, Missouri. Corrupt Missouri. For a state called Missouri, well, yeah, Missouri, you sure provide a lot of misery. Especially for your voting base. Anyways. There's the wind and all that stuff. So let's just go straight to the radar, because this is a whole situation here. And yes, I have Halloween music in the background. Figured it'd be something. Although, considering the circumstances, it definitely gives a scary ambiance. But yeah, this is the Eye. The Eye, Wall, Cape Carroll. No, this area is going to be a lot worse. And we have a couple active tornado warnings. So let's do this real quick. There's going to be thumbnail, not the other thing. We have tornado warning for Indian River, Florida, and Brevard, Florida. And it's right here. It's going south. What? Are you sure that's right? Why is that going south? What? No, it's going north. It's just the angle of that just made it look like it was going south. No. I don't care about my area. I care about this area. No, not buoy. But yeah, this is the area here with the, thing here. Okay. That looked a lot better a few seconds ago. I just changed, that's all that happened. Base reflectivity, no. Definitely not winter weather, that's for sure. But let's go velocity. Yeah. It tells me rotation is around here. And we got efficient. And yeah, wouldn't be surprised if it is on the ground. Little wispy thing, I would not be surprised. Um, but that's something to watch out for. This is the wind field that we're looking at with Ian, and that's the cone going as. You got Charleston on the edge of the cone. Charleston, West Virginia, though. Yeah. Um, this is not the only storm, though. We do have Tropical Depression 11, which may or may not become Julie. Um, we got two areas of interest. Invest. This one's likely to form. This is Newton trying to reform. And we have two new storms. This is a typhoon. Kulip is now a typhoon and is heading for this area, so heads up, Alaska, you got a typhoon coming. And we got this area here, which is Roki. I was gonna get ready to do a terror reading on this one, but Ian decided to make landfall. So that kind of took priority. Um, and at this point, I'm gonna have to check Twitter. It's gonna clear. Well, yeah, get onto Twitter. That's the plan, and clear notifications. Because the whole Ian thing. Um, so yeah, tornado. Yeah, Brevard County. That's what this one is. 176 people affected by this. This is the other one that I guess I missed. There's one person in this, Okeechobee in this. Also guess they got some McDonald's coming in. So let's see what's going on with Hurricane Ian in terms of latest top as well. But yeah, this thing has been producing a lot of lightning. Sandoval Island is now in the eye wall. At least it was an hour ago. But yeah, this is what's happening here. And you might also see some memes. And hopefully no one says post anything not safe for work or whatever NSFW with this, because some people do that and it's like rude. People stream this stuff. But yeah, hurricane warning in effect. This, yeah. Yeah, did not use this as an excuse to price gouge on people. Like, there's no reason to price gouge. Honestly, at this point, discounts. And it's making landfall this hour, just north of Fort Myers. So this is a whole situation here. What? 4.6 Iran. Okay. Iran, you kind of, well, the Iran government, you kind of had that coming. So yeah. And the fact I got DeSantis to work with Biden, that's an interesting fact here. But the fact it took a borderline Cat 5 hurricane to do that is also a concern on its own. 4.4 quake in the Reich Janes. And yeah, this is a whole situation. Might have to pause stream real quick so I could share this with a couple people and a couple other things. So here we go. And we're live again. I just had to share with a couple people, let them know I'm on top of this. What's that? Oh, hurricane report time. Source was ASOS. 106-mile-an-hour wind gust in Punta Gorda. There's this guy here, Brandon Kopik. Probably gonna get video soon, but I'm sure it's horrible. Horrible in terms of dangerous, and people are gonna get killed, sadly. But yeah, let's just lower that down so he's not ear-rape noise. But yeah, this is the situation here. Anyone else on the scene? Vince Wildty. Whalety? I cannot pronounce that last name there. But yeah, this is what we're looking at. Horrible connection, considering Cat 4 hurricane. Borderline Cat 5. So the thing, unless if it is verified as a Cat 5 in the postseason, this thing's not going to be a Cat 5 at Landfall. Considering it did make landfall. You got land in the eye. It made landfall. And I can't even see Murdoch because of this. Can't even find Murdoch if I wanted to. This would be Murdoch. Brandon's... No, that's Billy. That's Billy. That's the eyeball, too. 77 degrees. And pressure is a lot higher than I thought it was going to be. Okay. Got another tornado popping up. Or is this a continuation? Probably a continuation. Or that is yet to update. But yeah, let's look at the rotation of the hurricane itself. Yeah, this is definitely something to watch for sure. Why did I tap that? Do we have tornado watch? No, we don't. But yeah, Palm Harbor, Florida. Oh, Palm Harbor, Florida. That's a traffic cam. That's a bit better, not using someone else's footage. But this is a pressure there. Okay. That's a concern there, nonetheless. But this is Tampa. They're outside of the storm. What we want is here. Tides. It's going up. We got high tide in about 4 hours. So, and that's not the worst high tide. Okay, the worst one's looking at tomorrow morning. Tonight. As this thing is approaching Orlando and not really much of an issue. But got high tide in about 4 hours, 1.58 feet. So add that to the 18-foot storm surge, we're pushing 19, 20 feet. Because we are approaching high tide. This is not a good time to go into high tide. What about this area? Because this is going to get 177. That's 529. Again, that's pushing 20-foot storm surges. This at low tide. We'll go into high tide. It's going to take a minute. But it just got out of low tide. But these are at high tide, it looks like. 205 going into low tide. It's going to go into low tide around these other areas, go to high tide, which I find interesting. And we got storm surge potential with this lake as well. Maybe not so much. Doesn't look like there's a lot of storms there, but the eye wall is going to be the worst of it. usually is. Got other areas in the eye at high tide. At least will be in the next. Note this is Eastern Daylight Time. I'm in the Central Daylight Time Zone, so yeah, this is about 10 minutes away. Yep. Okay, so yeah, food came in.
You have the ass in here?
Huh?
You got some of the ass. All that water and shit in there. Get into it.
Well, it's tea. It doesn't.
Well,
really
yeah.
have issues.
Still, be more water in there than extra water in there.
It'll be just less dense tea. So okay, so it's Wendy's, not McDonald's, but I'll probably end stream so I could eat. Yeah, I'll do that real quick, and I'll be live again afterwards. So stay safe out there. See you in the next video, or I'll just stay actually. No. That was a misclick. I meant to get rid of the thing, not end the stream. So yeah, food just came in. I'll do what I can. Try to multitask. Because this is a major issue here. That's muted, so. That would work. So if you guys have any questions, just ask away. I'm not sure if anyone's been commenting anything, and okay, people have been commenting. But yeah, thank you, Dinah, with the prayers. Yeah. You're in Jacksonville. You're gonna definitely see some impacts come Friday. But okay, so I've got that viewing in the live control room with the laptop. So if you guys send anything like super chats or anything like that, I'll be able to see it, or communicate or anything of any sort. I'll be able to see it. Now, if I could set it up on here where, so yeah, that's a thing. What's this? Insert ad. Okay, so I could trigger ads if I wanted to. Out of curiosity, if I were to click this, do you guys get an ad? I do apologize if you guys got an ad. I'm just testing it out. But if it's a skip, you guys would be fine. It was just a misclick. Just not necessarily misclick. It was intentional. It just curious what happens. But yeah. Why am I doing having this paused? Like, how this playing? Like, the hell? Actually, we could see if there's any debris in the atmosphere because of this. Nothing necessarily just yet. Maybe stuff around here with some, yeah, with some debris. So, coefficient, we could see if there's any debris outside of tornadoes and stuff. Now, with these wind speeds, we're definitely going to be able to see it. Definitely be interesting to see. So yeah. I do apologize if stuff happened with the stuff. But yeah, but thanks y'all for coming in. This is a big thing here. How do I want to change that to live chat? All messages are visible. So participants? Okay. Oh, there's participants as the people who actually commented. Um, I'm just learning this stuff too on top of that. Why did that stop? Um, and yes, we'll be covering earthquakes too during this live. Um, and there's gonna be communicating outside with other people, so bear with me. I have no control what other people do, nor do I want to. Seems a bit oppressive to do that. So, but yeah, this is what we're looking at here. Um, guys have any questions with Ian? Just let me know. I'll do what I can to answer. Um, because this is just something that, and this is through the Radar Omega 2D. Oh, that's a premium feature. Okay. Um, but let's go Echo Tops. Looks like in terms of Echo Tops, the worst of the storms are going into Fort Myer, and I got this band over here. That's looking real bad. Um, we got integrated liquid, whatever the heck that means. Okay. We're just gonna tap on everything to see what pops up. Storm precepts totals. Be nice to know what the key means. 14, 15 inches of rain. At least offshore. Looking at Inglewood, that would be around here, like 9, 10 inches of rain in Inglewood. That's total precip. I want hourly rates. Okay. Looking at 3, 4 inch rain total rates, hourly rates. That's definitely not good. 3 to 4. There's definitely gonna be some flash flooding on top of all the other hurricane-induced flooding. So that's digital storm difference. Data is older than 3 hours, so that's oh yeah, some of the radars are definitely gonna go out too. So, just trying to figure this stuff out. There's no real difference. What? Um, I'm learning. I should have done this stuff beforehand, but what? Digital accumulation array. Alrighty. Um, so that's gonna be fun. Inglewood already had pushing 3, or so it's pushing a lot of rain. Hydrometer. Um, hour. BD. What? I don't know. We're all seeing this for the first time. Specific differential phase. Um. Okay. Differential reflectivity. Okay, this is definitely better for picking up potential debris and tornadic activity. Than the coefficient. And we got high res storm bandwidth, no, spectrum width, storm related velocity. That's interesting. I'm sure looks just so weird. Base velocity. This is, yeah, okay. Base velocity and then basic weather. Winter weather radar. So stuff pops up with winter weather radar. We're getting a lot of lightning over here. Base reflectivity and just regular high-res reflectivity. But yeah, we're getting a lot of lightning over by this country club golf course. But yeah. But it's just a big thing here. So yeah. But yeah. This is a big old thing here. But just put it into perspective, and like Jacksonville is having storms with this. Someone did say that they're in Jacksonville, so might as well check this area out as well. So we got definite. We do have a stalled front here, which usually when what is possible what happened when it happens when a stalled front gets into the Gulf or this part of the Atlantic, it can form these things here. So, but as is, it can provide a bit of a wind shear issue for the storm, and that could cause this to weaken. Well, this thing going over Florida, it's gonna weaken no matter what. Um, at least until it gets to the other side of Florida, and then from there, it'll probably strengthen a little bit going into the Carolinas and Georgia, and I'll be streaming that as well. Just got to set up an alarm to make sure I'm awake when that happens, because I think it might be Friday morning upon landfall. Okay, that's 7 p.m. my time. Keep in mind this is going up in my time zone, so 8 p.m. So I'd say landfall will probably be around the same time Friday as it is today. What? In the middle of land. What, is there like a lake there? But actually, we do have buoys with cameras here. Now we could probably see what's going on here. Might be able to get some water spouts. And as is, sea surface is about 85 degrees, and this is where Ian is forecasted to exit. I mean, over here we're looking at 80, 81 degree temperatures, and that's enough to harbor a hurricane. So that could easily refuel this thing. So that's something to watch out for. So hopefully you all are safe out there, because this is really dangerous. But and I'm serious about, if you didn't evacuate, you might as well start praying to your afterlife entities. I'm just saying it like that because I'm aware of the multiple religions and whatnot. So it's like, just pray to your afterlife entities, the entities that you normally see after you die, that you believe you'll see after you die. So that's as good as inclusive as you're gonna get when it comes to religion. So, oh, tornado, no tornado. So we're gonna get to that. I got a 2.6 quake, about 15.5 miles north of 4 Mile Road, Alaska. Nanana area, that's a bit typical. I gotta go here to get to the tornado. Melbourne, and they have that in Spanish as well, which is what I like about that. It's a little bit inclusive in the two most commonly spoken languages in the U.S. But yeah, we got Deer Park, Florida, with until 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Pea-sized hail is also possible, and 51 people affected by this. So let's actually go to Deer Park, Florida here. I'm sure once it pops up here, we'll be able to just auto link to it. And we can. There's also apparently Osceola and Brevard, Florida in this as well. Um, so, gee, wonder where the tornado's at. Something tells me it's right here. Losty. Yep, right there. Right in here. This is where the tornado would be at. Oh, right, can't zoom in when the pin's out. Coefficient. It's possible it's on the ground. Let's see where that thing is compared to... Yeah, there's a good chance this tornado's on the ground. So it looks like we may have a confirmed tornado heading northwest towards the Herky Huffman Bull Creek Wildlife Management Area and Triple N Ranch Wildlife Management Area. So if you're in the path of this, you're going to want to take shelter. I mean, you're going to want to anyways, considering you have a hurricane coming, but back from there, still. I mean, as is, you're already getting tropical storm force winds. Where's the line in for this? Okay, you're like on the edge of the tropical storm force winds. So you'll definitely be seeing damaging winds outside of the tornado. Considering we're looking at upwards of 56 miles an hour. Although, note the further away from the center of the storm you are, the weaker the winds are likely going to be. So maybe around here we're looking at maybe mid 40s for sustained. Gusts that could be pushing 60, 70 miles an hour. So do keep that in mind. So that's something to... And this one does appear to be heading for Orlando. So heads up for those of you in Orlando. Now we do have Kira. Okay, a weather spotter named Kira on this. Harmony, heads up. You're not gonna feel very harmoniously in a bit. Oh gosh, what did I tap on? This is a small radar. Orlando International. Yeah, all those planes definitely grounded. Let's go here because that's where the tornado is. And we could still see the eye with this one. It's not as good, but we could still see it. So, Pelican... Oh, right, Pelican's gonna get hit hard with this, too. Did not think about this area. At high tide. We're gonna be at high tide. We are at high tide. We just got there 3 minutes ago. It's going downhill, but from there. But 2.5 feet on top of the 18, well, pushing 18 foot storm surge. Looking at 20 and a half foot storm surge, possibly in Cape Coral, Pelican Marsh, Naples, Fort Myers. This is definitely not good for them. Hopefully these are ghost towns. Also, I did hear from a couple Waffle House employees on TikTok that they are shutting down because of this. So this is something you're going to want to take into account. But yeah. Yeah, just putting that in there, see what... Okay, so that's how that works. Alright. Just testing it. I do apologize for eating right now. It's just lunch. Hey man, the fact that this thing is hitting at lunchtime. At least it's considerate enough to not hit in the middle of the night. Oh, yep. Yeah. That's when they know. No, she's going down. Yeah, Waffle House is shutting down. This is the fun part. Waffle House is shutting down. Note I say fun very, very sarcastically in this context. Wendy's fries gets the keeps the potatoes uh, skins on. I like. Adds extra texture. But main issue right now is, well, you got the Inglewood area. At least right now, that's an offshore flow, considering the direction this is going. So at least that's an offshore flow. But the barrier islands, they're against land. But main concern right now is Cape Coral with the storm surge, Pelican Marsh with the storm surge, and if I could cut down on that, what? I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah, this is a tornado threat here. Okay. No. Trying to do this. Trying to... Look at... Trying to get radar. So that gives excessive radar, whatever that does. And there's definitely gonna be excessive rainfall, considering the circumstances. But yeah. Watonda West could see some issues. Port Charlotte is definitely getting slammed right now with the potential storm surge, with how this angle is going, and the tides are getting higher. So it is gonna get worse. So we're gonna high tide there, 501. Right now, eh. But yeah, I guess that didn't go away when I replied. It usually does. Yeah. I guess I might up ending stream for now. So I can focus on eating, so it's not a mess with you guys. And I'll be live again when I'm done. So just stay safe out there. See you in the next video or stream.